แล้วอยู่ๆก็ลืมว่ากดไลค์ยังไงเล็งน้องโดโดอันนี้เอาไปแล้วเดี๋ยวมีเทสโตรยกูเอาเทสโตรเอาเทสโตรอยู่นู่นอยู่อีกที่งั้นกลับมา
Everything's all right now.
เอาอะไรลงไปดีวะนกแล้วกันโอ้โหตัวมีตัวเดียวปล่อยคอกนี้เสร็จมีคอกข้างล่างอีกหลังฮิปโปกิปโคตรเท่ แล้วอีกตัวไปไหนวะอ๋อนอนอยู่นู่นเดี๋ยวโดโดแล้วอีกตัวไปไหนวะอันนี้ไม่ใช่อีกตัวหาย
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
ว่าไงลูกเกาให้ไปทำเควสคุยกับป๊อปปี้เรื่องมังกรที่เราไปช่วยฮะไปคุยตรงไหนวะเนี่ย6 มีด
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
Medium ground เปลี่ยนชุดดีกว่าสวยดีว่ะเหมือนเสื้อรับปริญญาเลยป๊อปปี้มาแล้ว
Revelio.
เดี๋ยวไปป๊อปปี้แป๊บนึงเห็นของ
Alohomora.
เว็บในแมป
Revelio. Revelio.
โปรเอาวะมาป๊อปปี้มาจริงๆแล้วถ้ากูไม่เห็นของอีกนะ โอเวอร์เฮีย
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
รูดโอเวอร์เฮียข้ามกำแพงเลยอะโหดจังวะ
Glad you came.
เซเลน่าสวัสดี เดี๋ยวทำเควสให้
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
บอกดีไหมวะบอกไป
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
ได้
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
เซเลน่า
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's.
นั่นยังยืน
In
คิด
fact,
อยู่เลย
I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to
ส่ง
me
ของให้ใช่ไหม
and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Upper Hogsfield ไกลไหมวะเฮ้ยไม่ไกลวาร์ปได้วาร์ปเลย
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Wonder who lives here.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Did it or not have wished me
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
ไกลไหมวะเฮ้ยไม่ไกลวิ่งได้แต่ไม่วิ่งอิ้ว
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
You having the knack of
Descendo!
You're not going to like this.
I heard something.
Crucio
Arresto momentum. Descendo. Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Incendio.
นี่คือเอ้ายังไม่ตายแต่ล็อกเป้าไม่ได้คืออะไรวะ
Accio.
อ้าย
Incendio.
โอ๊ย
Play.
ทำไมไม่ล็อกเป้าให้วะ
Arresto momentum. Crucio. Bombarda.
อะไรวะอยู่ใกล้เกินไม่ยอมล็อกเป้าให้เหรอ Hogwarts Hollow
This bottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Better have a look around. See about the Horklumps of letters. That's all the Horklumps for now.
ไม่เหมือนเคย
Mrs.
เข้า
Sprottle
มาแล้ว
should
วะ
be pleased. Revelio.
ไอตอนเดินทะเลถลายแน่ๆเลย
Bombarda. Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio.
เคยมาแล้วดันนี้
Confringo.
สวัสดีน้องหนูแต่ทางนี้ไม่ได้มาเปล่าวะไม่ได้มาเองด้วยกล่องยังไม่เปิดเลย
Revelio.
ไปค้าง เจอกันอีกแล้วลูก
Fight that troll.
โอ้กดไม่ทัน
Bombarda. Protego. Crucio.
โอ้ยเชี่ยโอ้ยมันค้างอะไรวะ
Descendo. Bombarda. Crucio. Confringo. Protego. Stupid. Incendio. Confringo. Leviosa. Crucio.
Crucio
Bombarda. Revelio. Protego. Defender. Crucio. Bombarda. One less foul hulking brute.
ไปไม่ได้
This must be Sorona's box of letters. I should take this box of letters to Sorona. I think that's everything.
ตอนมาตามทาง
Sorona
ไม่
will
มี
be
ดีกว่า
glad to have this back.
แวะตีแวะตี
Bombarda. Protego. Stupido. Confringo.
What was that? This is almost
Crucio
Defender. Arrest their momentum. Bombarda.
ชอบความตีชิ่งคูซิโอจริงๆไปส่งเควสให้ซิโอนา ไอติดอะไรอยู่เนี่ย What ทำไมวะทำไมคืออะไรโอ้
Does it get
Mấy
any
chị-
more cozy than Hogsmeade?
ทำไมเขียนบอร์ดสายการบินงี้เหรอ
Just because you know who I am.
Revelio.
Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village
มา
circle.
แล้วเชียว
Oh,
นะ
Serona, I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
ถามหน่อย
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
เช็คเชลต่อไปเควสไปหาเนตตี้ก่อนเลยกันค่อยไปทำเควสของจามวิทลี่ฮอกวอตส์นี่
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
So frustrating.
ถอดหน้ากากกันหน่อยเจออาร์เตอร์บูตี้อ่ะ เกลียดเหมือนหน้ากากวิเชอร์เลยวะมาแล้วแม่ลูกใช่ไหม
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
จริง
I
ด้ว
had
ย
hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to
โท
class.
ษ
Perhaps your friend
โทษที่พาลูก
can get you
ลู
to
กคุณไป
listen
เจอ
to
อะไรก็
reason.
ไม่รู้
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of
เป็น
endearment?
ละมั่ง
Wonderful?
น้อย
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
ตอบแบบไหนไม่นั่นวะพอดีแม่พูดถูกเราไม่สามารถตามแม่เอ้ย
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
อย่าเศร้าไปเลย transformation underground harbor
I think like a stone.
อะไรวะว่าไงเพื่อนหลบหน่อยเชียร์ไปไงวะเนี่ยสรุปคือต้องลงใต้ดินอันเดอร์กราวด์ว้ามันสักไกลเลยไม่ลงก็ได้อะไม่ไงนี่คือยืนทำอะไร ฝ่ายใต้ดินเก็บอะไรวะเขาเรียกว่าอะไรฟิลไกด์
So this is the underground harbor. Revelio.
ลงข้างล่างวะใช่ไหมข้างบนไม่เคยเก็บฟิลไกด์ตรงนี้เหรอวะ
Revelio. That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz.
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz,
Franklin.
just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
ก่อนที่จะมาเป็นคนที่สนิทมันใช้สตอรี่
The snake bird.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous
รู้
Brown.
อยู่ว่ามันก่อนจะมาเป็น
They're
โกล
thought
เด้น
to
ส
be
นิทมัน
extinct. Next question.
มันใช้อะไร
Which
สักอย่างแต่
potion
จำ
is
ชื่อไม่ได้
commonly referred to as liquid luck?
โหฟิสิกส์ถ้ามันตามภาค5ป่ะวะภาค5หรือภาค6อะที่มันจะมีไอศาสตราจารย์ที่มันน้ำยานำโชคไอเฟลิกซ์ฟินิซิส
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
ไอ้นี่ Deadly Hollow อะไรป่ะวะ
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder
นี่มัน
Wand,
คำถาม
the Resurrection Stone,
แฟน
and
แฮ
the
ร์รี่
Cloak
นี่
of
หว่า
Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
จะบอลไหนใหญ่สุดสนิทเล็กสุดบัตเจอร์กับไอ้2ลูกนี้ไม่รู้จักอ่ะไอ้บัตเจอร์ที่มันไล่ปะวะลองนี่
The
ดู
quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Polyjuice Polyjuice คืออะไรวะPolyjuice ไอ้น้ำยาสับปะรดอะไรป่าววะ
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
ไว้ก่อน
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Revelio.
หยิบหนังสือนี้กลับบ้านเลยไม่ได้อะ
I should attend Transfiguration.
Off on another adventure, are we?
ยังไงเพื่อนมานั่ง
I heard
นั่งรอเรียนเหมือนกันเหรอ
Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Taking owls a bit too literally, if you ask me.
บอกว่าจานแปลงเป็นนกฮูกอะเอาไหมจานนั่งอยู่นี่
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
แปลงสัตว์เป็นสิ่งของโอ้เร็วจังวะตกใจดูว่าแม่งแปลงร่างแล้วตายคาที
Beautifully done.
ไอเนี่ยจาน
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Okay, เรียนเสร็จแล้วมาให้ลองสินะได้
Since our visit to Feldman.
เออ
About the trip to the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest.
Another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
ได้มีไหมมีเควสเดียวเหรอเอา2 เควส Shadow of My เปิดฮอกฟิลอีกแล้วเหรอได้ไปหาเซบาสก่อนชุดคุมอะไรวะท็อปเดอะคลาสโค้กใส่นี่แหละแล้วก็มีแว่นที่ยังไม่ได้นั่นเต็มหมดเลยไม่ได้ใช้เลยไอ้หมวกเฮ้ยโอ้โหเวลาเปลี่ยนหมวกก็สินะ96 Diffindoแทบไม่ได้ใช้เลยมึงส่วนอันนี้93 91 86ชิเมจิกเมเตอร์ฟิวเลตเพิ่มเก็บเกรดไว้ฮะเกียดตาวะแม่งเลยรับดาเมจจากโทน้อยลงงั้นใส่อันนี้แล้วก็เปลี่ยนอัปเกรดก่อนExpel the Magic Bombarda ไปเลยเอ้ยไม่ใช่อันนี้ Bombarda นี่แล้วก็หมวกใช่ไหมหมวกดิฟินโดพิทาเมตคูซิโอมีไหมวะไม่มีดูไปก่อนแล้วกันเปลี่ยนไปใส่นี่เกลียดไอ้ที่ห้อยๆวะหมวกเปลี่ยนทรง เซบาสไม่แวะแล้วเซบาสรอบที่แล้วแวะชั่วโมงหนึ่ง
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
เห็นแมปเห็นว่าในแมปแล้วมันไส้
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I've been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it.
อยู่แค่นี้ส่งจดหมายทำไมล่ะ
Help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
อยู่แค่นี้ส่งจดหมายมาให้ทำไม ดูมอบรีควอรเมนต์ได้รูนเช่นเมจิก3ต้องวิ่งอะไอ้เถอะที่มันคุยมาไม่มีเควสหรอหรือมีก็คือเควสนี้แหละโอ้ชิอ๋ออิมเพรีโอเดี๋ยวไปเรียน
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters.
Revelio.
Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
It's no Dallas.
Who is it? What's that? Who's there?
ไม่รู้
Somebody there? Hello?
ไม่รู้ไม่มีใครรู้อะไรเลย
Revelio.
สองตัวนี้อยู่ข้างล่างปล่อยมัน
Petrificus Totalis.
เอาว่ะเล่นเป็น Assassin's Creed เลย
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet. Revelio.
Know which one I'd choose?
Might be the best meal I've had in years.
Perhaps we can find an alternate route up ahead.
Sneaking around has its appeal.
ทางนี้ไปไหนวะอุ้ยเชี่ยแม่งมุมไอ้สัตว์เลยตกใจหมดเลย
We're making quick progress.
อุ้ยแมงมุม
Revelio.
สเตลเข้ามาได้ปะโอเค
better or for worse, we're in.
I'll be quieter than a jobber.
I could fall dead asleep on my feet. I could.
ง่วงนอนก็นอน ง่วงนอนมาตั้ง
This mine looks like a
ยืน
tomb.
เวรยามทำไมล่ะ
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Confringo. Revelio.
ตรงไปมีตุย
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
อิชแมงมุมมิสเตอร์ต้องลงไปใช่ไหมเนี่ย เปิดตัว
Loyalists are in here.
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio.
เอ้ยโซฟาว่ะ
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
อะไรเอายา
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities.
อะไรอีกแล้ว
Smashing.
Would have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio.
ไอ้สะพานนี้มันซ่อมได้ปะวะ
Reparo. Incendio. Revelio.
ฉันเห็น ขึ้นไป จะฮึทำไมเนี่ย
Confringo.
กินในแวะให้หมด โอ้ยแม่งเอ้ย ขนลุกไอ้สัตว์เอ้ย ตัวอะไรกัน
Incendio. Confringo.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall
Revelio.
sleep better tonight.
ไม่ไงเห็นแมงมุมแล้วขนลุก
Incendio.
อะอะไรวะ ตัวอะไรวะ
Accio. Incendio. Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Confringo! Incendio!
ไอ้นี่
Lumos! Lumos!
ไปซะ
Incendio! Lumos!
Lumos.
โอเคเรียบร้อย ไปเซบาสไปเถอะ
Lumos.
แม่งเอ้ยขยันไต่เหลือเกินเว้ย
Bombarda!
อ้าวตายหาไปเลย
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment. We have another fight on our hands.
One less human to worry about.
โอ๊ย
Accio! Incendio!
Number of boys coming this way. I won't rest.
แช่งเลี้ยงตัวดิ
Best the likes of me.
Rependo! Incendio! We're not finished yet. Incendio! Confringo!
เอ้ย
Crucio! Confringo! Incendio! Leviosa! Confringo!
โอ๊ย
Bombarda! Crucio! Arresto momentum!
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn. A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Bombarda! Confringo! Wingardium Leviosa! Confringo!
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
เดี๋ยวนะข้างบนไปได้ใช่ไหมนะโอเค ไปไม่ได้
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio!
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully
Sebastian,
it will help
I
us
think I
unravel
found
more
something.
of this mystery.
A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Revelio.
20%กลับมาที่ครอปดีเว้ยแต่งแพงแล้วกับฮอกวอตส์
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit.
เจอแล้วหนึ่งใช่ไหม
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins
Not all goblins what?
ใจเย็น
Have
สิ
you
วัด
forgotten
จะ
Feldcroft?
โทษกวินทุก
Have
ตัว
you
ก็ไม่ได้
forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
ไม่อยากจะเชื่อกูไม่อยากเชื่อมึงเหมือนกันจะกำหมัดหัวร้อนไปไหนเนี่ย
Some news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you know what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
ได้เดี๋ยวไปหามีเควสใครอีกไหมคุยเรื่องไข่มังกรกับป๊อปปี้วิโอเดี๋ยวค่อยมีดอีกแล้วเหรอจะบอกมันอยู่ที่เดียวเลยเนี่ย
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Hogsmeade, here I come. เดี๋ยวไอทอดหมวกแป๊บว่ะทาเลนอุ๊ยโทรศัพท์แป๊บ
her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in Plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
How many they brought to capture her? At least 10 usually.
Revelio! How charming. They keep in touch with each other. There she is.
Fantastic. She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
I wonder how
good her eyesight is?
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep do. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Watch your step.
Pity. She must have been
Revelio.
grappled.
Or just raring for a fight.
Over here!
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure we know it.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me.
โอเคแล้วก็ไม่ได้อ่านเลยทำไมต้องมาตีมังกรวะ
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try,
Ah.
but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her.
ใจเย็นลูกอย่าพ่นเยอะ
We can get to that entrance.
Brilliant.
อ่ะป๊อปปี้ไปไหนวะ
There's the nest. We're almost there.
เอ๊ะเดี๋ยวนะทำไมเรามาใส่ชุดนี้วะมือลั่นง่ายเหลือเกิน
Revelio.
Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
เอาไข่มึงไปอย่าแดกกูเลยเอ้ยงับ
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever?
นวด
She
แขน
left
ขาด
it
ซะแล้ว
perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
ไข่ไม่รีบวิ่งไปวะน่ะโอเคเควสต่อไปนี่อิมเพรีโอวอตใช่ไหมอ่ะไม่ใช่ที่ไหนวะโอ้มาสกายใช่
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned?
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
โอเคนำใช่ไหมได้
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Crucio.
กองแช่งก่อนเลยกู
Confringo. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
That's it. The rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Accio! Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Confringo!
ข้างบนขึ้นได้
Accio!
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Hooks.
Revelio.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft.
สูตร
Brilliant.
ฟาร์มเมอร์ว่ะชุบไปเซบาสไปต่ออย่าอู้
Confringo. Incendio.
We've read the world.
Confringo. Incendio.
ไม่ให้หมดประตู
Revelio.
โอเคมีทางแยกมีเปิดประตูไปไหน
Watch your step. I need a slip there.
Confringo.
เฮ้ย มันหลบ
Incendio.
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about
Revelio.
catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems.
Confringo.
Old cave-ins.
And then we're abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though. Sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some.
Revelio.
Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar. Accio.
เฮ้ย เข้าไปอยู่ในนั้นได้ไงวะ
Confringo. Revelio. We've made it this far. Clearly we have more to do.
อ๋ออีสะพานกระดูกแน่เลย เดี๋ยวไปนู่นก่อนเควสหลักชี้ไปนู่นงั้น
Accio. Confringo.
ลงไปแล้วขึ้นได้ไหมวะ งั้น
Bombarda. Lumos. Incendio. Accio. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete.
โอเคเดินได้ไป
Accio.
หรือมันคือทางไปต่อวะใช่ที่มันอ๋อโอเค
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
What did you find?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
คุยกับเซบาส
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined.
ดูฝั่งนี้กัน
Bones stacked oddly on the
Revelio.
inside of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
ไปเป็นประตูใช่ไหม
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further,
ใหญ่
I
ขนาด
just
นี้
realized
Confringo.
เผา
the
แม่ง
student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
เรียน
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master.
C
Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Imperio
Imperio.
Crucio
Flipendo. Accio.
ได้ไงวะ
Revelio.
เป็นอย่างนั้นตลอดนะ
Protego. Confringo.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last
Flipendo.
cinch.
Accio. How gracious of you.
I try.
Guardium Leviosa. Accio.
That
Oh.
works. Keep going.
Confringo.
Accio. We've read the world of
มา
another
เปิดอะไร
spider.
นี้
I shall sleep better tonight. Wingardium Leviosa.
เดี๋ยวนะถ้าทางนี้ไปต่อเดี๋ยวดูฝั่งนู้นฝั่งนี้ตันฝั่งนี้โอ้โห
Confringo.
สู้มัน
Bombarda.
Crucio
Arresto momentum. Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo. Accio.
กล่องยาทางนี้ไปไหน
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time. Revelio.
โอเคผ้าพันคอทองทางนู้นไปต่อได้ฝั่งที่มาลังแมงมุมเหรอวะปูเกียโอ้นี่กระดูกอีกอันใช่ไหม
Accio.
อ่ะตะกี้ดึงก็ไม่ได้
Revelio. Accio.
Ờ, กลมๆไม่ใช่กลมนี่เหรอวะ
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
ไป
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place. Imperium. Confringo. Confringo. Accio.
ร้อนเหรอ เฮ้ย
Leviosa!
โอ๊ย Crucio ใครเคาะประตูเลยวะไม่มี What?
Accio.
เซบาสมันยังอยู่
For a moment there,
แหม
I thought
เดิน
it would
ชิว
never
เลย
end.
มึง
Revelio.
อันนี้คืออะไร
Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
เออ
Accio.
ยอมแพ้ทำไมล่ะ
Sebastian, the relic. Look. Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The
ปล่อย
note
ปล่อย
advises
ไว้เถ
to
อะ
leave the relic
ไม่รู้
alone.
ทำอะไรได้
I
ด้วย
assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
ใครอะ
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
ใจเย็น
How much did you hear?
จะทะเลาะกันแล้วเนี่ย
I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more.
Ow.
I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
เราวาร์ปออกทุกทีไม่ได้วะทำไมต้องวิ่งออกเดินไม่ทันมันก็วาร์ปใส่อย่างนี้เลยเหรอเอ้าไม่ใช่ทางออกด้วยเซบัสกลัวหลงตายในนี้แหละทางออกไหนวะอ๋อโทษ
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.เสือบัฟมันก็จะช่วยน้องให้ได้นะใครอะอ๋อมาไงนี่เดี๋ยวนะวิ่งวนเหรอวะเนี่ยใช่หญิงด้วยวิ่งวนทางออกกันไหนวะจะวิ่งวนทำไมวะเนี่ย
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Yeah, เซบัสขอเคลียร์ตรงนี้สักหน่อย
Bombarda. Confringo. There you go. Confringo.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
ส่งไปก่อนเดี๋ยว นอกรอบมานั่งตีไอ้นี่เขาเรียกว่าอะไรวะเมอร์ลินสนามเมอร์ลิน
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what she does. She wants to only accept.
Thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions.
ตายคู่
Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
โดนอะไรวะเนี่ย
Velkov's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Bombarder.
Defend them.
Keep out of Storm Creek! Let me out! How nice of you.
อะไรวะโคตรมั่วไปหมด โอ้ย
I'm handling it.
Handling it.
อ้าว ไว้
Imperial!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her.
เอ้า
From all of us.
ลุงไม่เห็นใจ
What did
เซ
my
บาส
uncle
เลย
expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
ทำสิ่งที่ถูกต้องกับนี่มันก็เป็นทางเลือกที่ผิดเหรอใครแกะขนมวะเตือนไปสักหน่อย
There
ก็
was
ได้
little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
อย่า
It might
กำ
be
มัด
best
ข
to
นาด
let
นั้
him
น
calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
กลับไปก่อนเดี๋ยวไปคุยกับลุงให้แต่กูก็ใช้นะ
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
ทำไมล่ะเซบาสเตียนจะใช้ศาสตร์มืดไม่ได้เลยไงใช้ศาสตร์มืดแล้วเป็นคนดีไม่ได้ไงร้านปิดเฉย
Revelio
ไปนี่ก็ได้แล้วก็นอนก่อนแล้วกัน
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any.
Ui, เกือบขาย 8,084
I hope to see you again.
Thank you ลุงแล้วก็ไปฮอกวอตส์ดูมอฟรีควายเมนต์พันคอ89เนี่ยไอเวทล่องหนเติมเป็นมอมบาด้า3เกิดหน้ากากอินโดอีกแกเป็นบอมบาด้าแทนแล้วก็อันนี้ใช้ขนนกจ็อบเบอร์โนโอ้จ้าเหลือเกินเฮ้ยลูกฮิปโปกิปโตแล้วไม่ใช่ขนตัวนี้มันขนตัวอะไรวะนกเข้าไปสิ
Arresto momentum
เอ้ยผิดเดี๋ยวทำไอ้นี่กันมีแมวได้ลูกแมวตัวหนึ่งโทษกลับมาขอขนหน่อยปอนโอเคตรงนี้หมดอีกทีแล้วก็นอนไอโซนนี้มีกลางวันบ้างไหมเนี่ย
Revelio. Revelio.
น้อง
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral. Revelio.
แค่นี้แหละอัปเกรดหน้ากากนี่ขาดแครบฮอนโอเค5 ทุ่มครึ่งแล้วนอนดีกว่าบาย